I'd like to invite you to come for a bicycle ride with me from Main Street, from Ransom up to Wallace and back. Please take a note of the conditions of the road and the volume of traffic on a early Saturday afternoon. As you can see, there is not much volume of traffic going north at this time of the day, which is a good thing to ride a bike. But how would you like your kid to have to ride down this road? As you know, I do not like what has happened over the past 4 or 5 years with multiple truck stops and parking facilities opening in Acton. The increase of volume of trucks has majorly increased. The traffic has increased 10 times. This road is not designed for such a volume of traffic. I tried to find out what volume of traffic has come up and down, but I have not been successful. Speeded this section up a little bit so that save some time. This is the time of day that it is not busy, and this is a day that it's not busy. The obstruction ahead means that a cyclist has to merge with cars. That's why it's dangerous. Coming up at the next set of lights, I talk about an obstruction. This is where they deliberately designed the narrowing of the road. The light design is also an obstruction to traffic and flow. We are now moving into a section of Main Street that was rebuilt just a couple of years ago. You'll see that it is in better condition, but you have to try and figure out why they would put this obstruction in this lane just before these huge set of traffic lights. These set of traffic lights was added to control the flow of traffic, according to one councillor in town. Unfortunately, the traffic coming out of the variety store and going into the variety store stops the traffic going north and south. This is a huge cost to pollution, huge cost to people going through town, and a huge cost to everyone that just wants to navigate the town. I truly believe that this traffic light should be taken right out and should go back to a crosswalk, but on the north side of School Lane instead of the south, so that traffic can turn left without making an illegal turn. We are coming up to a section of road that I have been talking to the town about for some time, and I have seen no movement in it in the last 4 or 5 years. This section is extremely bad at the side of the road. How would you like your kid to ride a bike along this and hopefully not fall over? I am an experienced rider and I have amount of difficulty. Monday to Friday, there would be so many trucks going up and down this road that it would be absolutely dangerous, but I may ride my bike up here one day just to show you what it's like. I inserted this picture of the sidewalk that floods on Main Street multiple times during the winter, and there's been no action taken to repair or fix this. It's a typical 4 or 5 years of complaining and nothing done. I'll talk a little bit more about sidewalks towards the end of this recording. This next car is within inches of me. So that was going north. Now I'm going to turn around and go south, just to give you a view of what it's like to go south. Again, I hope you realize that this is a Saturday afternoon. The volume of trucks and the volume of cars is so much less that it is safe to ride a bike, but maybe not on a Monday to Friday. We have to slow down for the train here, but just notice the garbage that's on the road that falls off trucks and trailers all the time. And you just have to drive around it. We are soon going to have a new warehouse opening in Acton with 48 loading docks on one facility. How much is that going to increase the trucks? How much is the truck volume going to increase because of the multiple new truck parking lots that have popped up all over Acton? We need some sanity here. We need to have a road built or a bypass built, maybe going down Dublin line instead of coming south on Main Street. If we're not going to fix Main Street, if we're not going to bring it up to the level it should be, maybe we should build the bypass going from Highway 7 Dublin line to 25th Side Road and back to 25. I would like to talk about the 300 people that live along this Main Street section. We need some type of system that will mitigate the volume, the aggravation. It is something unbelievable when something 24/7, 365 days a year is just aggravating the people that live along Main Street. You can see how close this truck comes to a cyclist, within feet, and stops right in front. No need for this. I challenge the town to come out with some true figures of what is going on north and south in Acton. How many trucks, how many cars. We need to put directional signs on Highway 25 and 25 Side Road for Guelph going along the 25th Side Road to Guelph line. We need to stop the volume of trucks and cars coming through Acton. And again, at the 15th Side Road, if we put a directional sign going towards Georgetown, how much volume of trucks and cars will go along 15th Side Road to Georgetown? At the bottom of this hill, just past Brock Street, is where when I was with the ambulance, I had my first patient that was VSA right here. She slipped on a sidewalk and was run over on the road. Back to the sidewalk issue. Please, areas that are flooding become slippy. Areas that are teenagers will not walk on it because they don't want to get their feet wet because they don't wear the red shoes. I know that, but we should at least give them a chance and fix the sidewalks when it's so easy to do, just by redirecting the boulevard and cutting the curb. This area can flood for 60 feet, and this area can flood for about 80 feet. Thank you for listening, and this is my way of trying to get across of issues that I think need addressed.